Hey, good morning, you guys. I already have my prayer, so let me turn this off. Give me a couple of seconds. I'm just trying to. Okay, let's get it in. Good day to you guys. Good day. I'm gonna tell you guys a little bit of the planetary placements, and I'm gonna get back to the other side of the big payback and do the Capricorn reading because that's very much still needed. And I just want to do something tonight because, all right, let me tell you where the planetary placements are. Okay, we have Mercury in Virgo. All right. Okay. And that was my friend keep texting. That's what's taking so long. But yeah, planetary in Virgo retrograde until August 23rd. Venus retrograde in Leo goes direct Sunday, September 3rd. Mars in Virgo enters Libra August 27th. Jupiter is in Taurus. Is stationed in retrograde in Taurus until September 4th. Saturn is still in Pisces. It goes station direct because it's retrograde right now until November 4th. Uranus is still in Taurus. It goes station retrograde in Taurus August 28th till August 28th. Neptune is in Pisces too. It goes station direct in Pisces December 6th. Pluto is still in Capricorn. Pluto goes station direct in Capricorn till October 10th, but the remnants will be there till next year, November. Chiron is still in Aries, and it goes station direct in Aries December 6th. Let me show y'all what it looks like because this how cool it is if y'all can see it. I'm going to try and zoom it as big as I can so y'all can see all the planets and how cool it looks. See the Earth in the center? And these are the quadrants outside the planets, the quadrants of other planets. So yeah, Venus is in Leo. You're going to get that playful, childish energy that comes up with everything. It's very childish, playful, scenic. It loves scenes. You know, a lot of people might get pregnant right now because it's retrograde. You know, you're going to see people, when it's Venus, it's usually people from your past time you might come across, or people who remind you of someone from your past. Or you might realize you've been living in your past through other people. You know, it shows up like that also for when those who don't recognize what's actually going on in their lives, or a repetitious Venus thing going on. And with this Mars energy, since the North Node is in Aries now, It's going to be very straight to the point, like I don't want to play no more games, because that's cardinal energy. And it's going to teach a lot of us some very valuable lessons that we need to know about ourselves and how we deal with others and how we actually see the world. Now, when it comes to fixed energy, and what is Leo? Leo is ruled by the heart, and most people or energies, because there's different placements for everybody and different trines and squares and oppositions that teach us things of how we see the world and how we would like and it's to see things. And Leo is ruled by the heart, so that means most people are ruled by their ego, and the heart most people follow. And then they'll tell you later on, once they finish following their heart, is head over a heart situation. When you're ruled by the ego, a lot of times we tend to be led into things. It's good to follow your heart. It's good to follow your heart when it comes to certain things. But it's also good to follow and lead with your mind, because your mind is more powerful than your heart. Once your mind is certain of something, things follow. When a lot of people are led through heart situations based on fascinations of sexual nature, most have a very high sexual nature when they lead by the heart, because that is a very lustful place. And that placement of Leo is in the fifth house. The fifth house is of romance. Okay, don't get it misconstrued by the tarot card, the Empress. Remember, in the Empress card, which is Taurus, you see the card, and there the Empress, she's pregnant and she's fruitful. That's just a representation of being fruitful and um, fruitful in attainment, of self-assurity. And like Leo, that's fixed energy. Fixed energies are Scorpio, Taurus, Leo, and Aquarius. And um, conception is ruled by Leo. The conception and also integration of different races and nations. Leo is also representative of nations. That's why it's considered groups, which is the partner energy, which is Aquarius. Aquarius is about groups of different nationalities, the blending of nationalities, the birth of different nationalities, the migration of man, going through other nationalities and transforming us as people of a mixed blend. Also conquering, because some people conquer with the heart, and the heart is a very nice place to conquer until we make certain mistakes and we lead with our heart, and we have a lot of heartbreaks, and they'll continue to be hopeless romantics, like the mutable energies of Gemini. And it's all mutable energy, I notice, are hopeless romantics at times, and they have that, especially if they're close to the Leo energy, which is Cancer. I believe all water is used this way, but Cancer and Leo, and other side is Virgo. They lead with the heart situation, which makes it a very good thing. Just be mindful of how you use your heart during this time, during retrograde. Some people be like, fuck it, and this is also fire energy. So fire is what? It's impulsive. It'll be very impulsive, and it leads with his ego of, I must have that right now. I don't care if it's yours or mine. I also believe that coveting energy comes from Leo, because it's led by the ego. It's like damn restrictions, like Aquarius, Leo and Aquarius, they want to break bounds, break break superstitions. It's like, why I can't. I mean, it's good. Everything has its good and bad. But there are certain things that are always still going to put you back into the traditions of, my foot just got stuck on my table. um, of bounds. It's rebellious. My energy is natural. My energy is so fixed. It's ridiculous. All my energies combined. But at the same time, when you culminate, which is the certain amount of degrees you come into, and you learn certain energies and its nature, you tend to tame it down. Because if you're frequently led by your ego, you can create chaos and destruction. It's like, why I can't push this button. Somebody could tell you this button may destroy the world, and they're telling you, and they're like, but what if the button don't work? What if they rigged it wrong and they pick it, touch the button, and boom, the death of a nation. So fixed sometimes can be fixed energy can be in that vein destructive and fire, especially if you have a lot of degrees in fixed energy. It can be so destructive. It will destroy just to have, and it doesn't care about the aspects of its natural nature is to jeopardize, to see, to follow, to assume, to just, sometimes it's just so self-absorbed. Sometimes the heart can make you so self-absorbed, which is Leo's energy, which is the ego. And this is my north node in the 8th house, so that's double fixed energy. And at times I find myself not wanting to conform to certain traditions or ways of thinking, because I know that it can destroy. The anger of a Leo can be destructive to everything, because the polarity, which is in groups, of the other partner, which is Aquarius, it can be destructive. Not to talk about it in a negative way. I always talk real. If y'all don't look for real here, then if y'all want real, I'm going to give you real perspectives and real. This is my theory. It don't have to be written in stone, but I know and I can guarantee when my time has expired from this earth, people are going to come back to my page and be like, yo, this young lady, older lady, she was like right in a lot of ways. And I don't care about what others are saying now, because evolution changed every generation. Our children come from us. They take our energy and our natures and our education and things, and it changes. And that's in its negative vein. Leo is also a great energy, like I said, for conception. A lot of times, I notice with Leo energy wants to have this big ego, but the work is at times when Leo has no real belief in its nature of its value. Because me and my friend had this, and I was talking to an actual Leo sun, Scorpio moon. Either the people I date has Scorpio sun, Leo moon, Scorpio Gemini sun, Scorpio moon. It's always going to have those energies of Cancer, Scorpio, Gemini, but more so Scorpio. I've had Taurus, Gemini moon. You know, um, it's still Scorpio related, because my 8th house and my 2nd house is the house of traditions, and molds must be broken. The Scorpio I was talking to about the ego, and we was talking about Leo the lion, because he brought up the lion. He brought up the lion in a relationship, and I said, well, just for y'all, just this is some real shit. I said, have you ever watched, how lions mate? I'm already smudged the cards and prayed over the decks. And please give a positive message, universe. Please help those that it needs to help. And please like, share, subscribe. Please hit the like button. And I definitely need to some subscribers right about now. And I would appreciate it, If you have, if for my page, I speak brutally honest. I'm a Capricorn sun, Aquarius moon, Sag rising, 12th house cusp of Scorpio. So I'm a Scorpio Sag rising. I'm right there. My intercept, even in whole house, is an intersection. It's both. He was talking about how I said women are equivalent to man. To prove, I was explaining to him about the nature of women, in general, because man wrote the Bible, and they translated it in a way where man is superior. And then he brought up the lion. And I said, well, if that's true, how come it is the lioness that goes out to hunt for the food? She hunts, fights the animals, kill the animal, bring it back. And then the king, the lion, comes and eat first. Then the children, she let her cubs eat first. Then she eats last. But the lion didn't go hunt. It still has a sense of entitlement, which is ruled by ego. The lion feels its lion. I said the female lion is equivalent unto the man because she's the natural protector of the herd, really and truly. Yes, a man's job is to protect, but if all he can bring is just protecting the lair and he gets to quote unquote fuck all the lionesses, you know what I'm saying, because he feels he's the king, and he didn't go out and hunt, who's to say? That's to say that the female, the goddess energy, is superior. The lioness is superior as well. And that means a woman plays a very key part in a man's life. You know, women are definitely, women has been reduced to being nothing of value. Like we're supposed to be on this earth to be subservient to man. And if that's true, why do most men have a complex with femininity? But yet they need a woman. They can make themselves, they believe they need an inflatable person. When they don't have no interpersonal skills, what they do, they go to the internet, they meet people, they go out there and get off on having a group of women. They get off on shit like that. They can have a one good woman at home, but they out there playing and they'll say this is what men do. And having said that, a lioness is equivalent, a woman is equivalent to man. I believe feminine energy is equal unto man because we can hunt, kill, protect, and take care of the child and build a home solely while we're pregnant. So while a man can rule just the kingdom, the woman, female energy, can do all of that and more. So make sure you respect women. We're, if you believe that we belong behind you, God made us as your companions, not to be your servants, not to be your mother, not to be your child, not to be manipulated by you. You know, and the ego of a man, I heard it, and when he was on the phone, he said he heard another man in the background laughing about this. But yet, I believe without a woman, the world would be more destructive for men if it was just men here. He claimed that if it was all women, we'll be all fighting each other. Not necessarily, because women are natural protectors. Yeah, we're going to have our little fights, but we will not, I believe we will not be as self-destructive as a man, because we would think about, we all have dark sides, but I do not believe personally that a female energy, feminine energy, is a race or a generation of destruction. We all have egos, and we all contribute in some way, shape, or form. We bring forth children, we bring forth protection. We think outside the box. Like I said, we're receptors. God made us equal to man and not to be underneath him. Now, if men want to believe that a woman's energy, because of their ego, should be attained, then they got to do a whole lot more. And you know what? Most men of masculine energy that's ruled by their ego do not do the work. They just feel like this is what it is and you should accept it. Well, if you want me to accept something, you should definitely do your due diligence as the king you claim to be. When I caught my ex cheating, and I reduced myself to lying to this female just so he can get with her, you know, because I was just tired of it. I was tired of lies because I don't got no reason to lie. I was just tired of it. I lied, you know. I was like, yo, take him, you know, ain't nothing happening, blah, blah, blah. You know, I said this. I reduced my self-esteem just so he can be happy, but I didn't stay in a relationship. Of course not. I'm not a fool. You know, like if somebody takes a person who knows that they're cheating and stuff like that and take them, they tend not to change, and they tend not to want to work as hard, because it's like, okay, you caught me, and then they'll do it again. Okay, you caught me, and then they do it again. Okay, you caught me, and that's the truth, because that's what I experienced. Not to throw shade on nobody, but then he was like, I don't want you to go. I need you. I really need you. And I'm like, so he was like, how about I have the both of you? I said, nigga, your dick ain't that good. I said, if you was taking care of your motherfucking, you're doing your job or your due diligence, you know what I'm saying? Like your due diligence, it's possible a female is willing to share. But if a nigga ain't proved nothing to me and all you give me is emotional baggage on top of emotional fulfillment, and emotional baggage on top of emotional fulfillment, you have to understand that the reason for being a man and calling yourself a man and believing that you deserve certain things, it requires partnership and 100, not 50-50. And still, in top of all of that, this is the Empress energy. This is what people learn. How y'all doing? And thank you for popping in. When you learn, this is that energy. Like I said, the Empress card would be the woman pregnant who can maintain all of this within that. And it's not to talk bad about nobody. If you can do all of that, and it's not to say, it was to degrade him about his dick. I know what I meant when I said it. I'm just saying that your balls have to be big. You have to fill a real man's shoes. And most men, when they destroy, they don't want to do the work of rebuilding. They don't want to do that by themselves. What energy takes that? The lioness. And this is the Empress energy, but the lioness energy is so much equivalent and more. This is Taurus energy. They have self-worth and all of this stuff. It's all good. But on a lower note, the integrity of Leo is more than Taurus. Okay? Because the knowledge of Leo energy carries wisdom. It carries a lot of wisdom. A lot of it. And when you devalue feminine energy, when you devalue woman energy because of ego, you create someone who will just hang around. Maybe they don't want to be alone. Maybe they're just there for the ride. And that's a Leo when it's not really in its dignity. The things of a man, the heart of a Leo, the ego of a Leo is so full of its heart and full of emotions. And we're in that emotional energy. It's playful, it's childlike. It wants this responsibility. However, can you handle its emotions? Remember, it's 2 houses away from Cancer. Matter of fact, Cancer's right next to it. So this would be the emotions of a Cancer moving into Leo. So when you say you want something of dignity that's like unto man, make sure you can fill its cups. This is the ego. The ego. If you want certain responsibilities, the ego must also be equivalent to the match. And this is supposed to be the heart of man, which is the ego, and the journey of the man through astrological sign. It's Leo. The sun represents Leo, and the sun was supposed to represent God, the coming to God, realizing that you have to shed this ego. So when it was laughing at about what I said, okay,